Today, I want to share a very emotional story with you. Who would believe when I was in school, they used to be like, no matter what you eat, Cynthia, you can never add weight, because I was so skinny. I mean, look at that. Up to now, I still can't tell if I love my old body or my new body. I really am confused. Maybe by the end of this video, we can tell. There's something nobody actually really tells you about becoming a mother. People prepare you for labor, they prepare you for diapers, they also prepare you for sleepless nights. But there are very few resources online and offline that prepares you for meeting a completely different version of yourself. After I gave birth, I expected my body to change. What I did not expect was how much my emotions are going to also change. And you know this thing they say that 2 pregnancies can never be the same. One pregnancy might be soft, easy, the other one might not be like that. When I had my son, I lost so much weight. I was so slim. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is actually interesting. I'm not suffering from too much weight, or I don't have to bother about that. And then I had my daughter. Oh my goodness, the fat came from nowhere. It was coming gradually. I didn't even notice it. And one morning I just looked at the mirror and I'm like, who is this? Like, who are you? Some days I look in the mirror and I don't recognize myself. I'm looking at my tummy and like, what is going on? And some days I feel guilty for not enjoying every second of my motherhood journey. And some days I cry over the smallest little things. And some days when I look at my kids, I feel so grateful. I'm like, oh my God, you made that. So if you've ever felt any of this, let's have a chat. This is the open chat. This is your chat room. Let's discuss, let's talk, and most importantly, let me tell you my own experience. First, I had stretch marks. I still have a little bit of that here. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I got fat. Not really fat, but yeah, I added so much weight. Are we talking about the loose skin around my belly area? A softer stomach? I mean, right now it's even hard compared to when I actually just gave birth. My doctors, they heard it, so I will call them. Is this how my stomach is going to be from now? They're like, no, calm down, you just gave birth. Your body is going to change, it's going to come back, maybe not 100% back to how it was, but there's going to be changes. You eat healthy. Do I say no, but my stomach. Then it was such a big deal for me because I love me, and my boobs got bigger, which is a good thing. Okay, that one I am happy with. And my hips got wider too. If you're someone watching me, you've never had a kid before and you want to one day, these are some of the things that you need to prepare your mind for, because one thing I always say, it's always good to be mentally prepared for this journey, because when you're mentally prepared for this journey, you will love yourself. With the stretch marks, the loose belly, you will love yourself. And honestly, I am so glad that I am actually making this video. There are a whole lot of different experiences. Let me just tell you this story. I didn't know I was adding weight. I didn't know all these things were happening to me because I was so focused on my baby, my new me, and all of that. I remember standing in the mirror one day, looking at myself deeply, looking at all the details, and I asked myself, will I ever go back to how I used to be before? See, the thing is, I'm not gonna lie to you, this channel is created just for honesty, transparency, and I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm not gonna be one of those girls that'll come here and be like, oh my God, I am perfect. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I look at the mirror, I look at all the details, I look at my stretch marks, I look at my big belly, and I'm like, oh God, okay, Cynthia, you got this. The truth is, I don't know if I'm ever gonna look like how I used to look here before, but what I know is that, you see, this version of me doesn't exist anymore. This version was when I was single, carefree, enjoying life with no worries, no babies to take care of, nobody to cry in my ear, nobody for me to think of, oh, what will you eat? What will you eat in the morning, in the night? None of that. That was this version of me, which does not exist. It can't even exist anymore. It is dead and buried. Right now, this very moment, I'm becoming someone new, a totally different person. So if you used to know me then, this is not the Cynthia anymore. Yeah, it's a totally different person. Maybe some personality traits and all of that, but this is a new person, this is a new me, and I'm accepting it, because that realization at first was so difficult for me to accept, but right now I've accepted it wholeheartedly. And also slowly I've also started appreciating what my body looks like right now, because if you think about it, this body has been through a lot. Okay, let's forget about my body and talk about the emotional roller coaster. Let's not talk about how 1 minute I be smiling and the next minute I'm more like, oh my God, like, Sometimes one day I just like crying for no reason, and I ask myself, why are you crying? Why am I crying right now? Like, no, tell me, why am I crying right now? You see, your hormones are incredibly powerful after childbirth, and even when hormones settle, motherhood is also an emotional roller coaster. You are responsible for this tiny little human. You want to get everything right. You're so obsessed with being a good mom. You worry constantly. I remember when my baby was just born. Every minute I always go over there to check, are you breathing? Is she breathing? Is he breathing? Cause you are always worried. You want to check. Sometimes I'll put my hand like this. Once I see him breathing air into my hands, I'll be like, okay, yeah, good. Or are we talking about when you start second guessing yourself? And you see, having a baby is a whole different kind of love. Like, I understand you love your husband, you love a man, you love your wife, but you see, loving your baby is a different kind of love that you can't even explain. You see, mom guilt. Nobody warned me about how loud it could get. Am I doing enough? Am I spending enough time? Am I working too much? Do I need to rest? Am I resting too much? Am I a good mom? How many times have you asked yourself that? Am I a good mom? It's like no matter what you do, your mind convinces you that it's not enough. And that has actually taught me something. You see, a perfect mom does not exist. I remember when I wanted to be like a perfect mom, I'm always trying to be perfect, eat on time. Okay, you're gonna eat now, you eat. I even said that my kids are not going to take like juice or this packet juice like Capri Suns, Bubble and all of that. I'm going to be making fresh juice for them. At the end of the day, I relapsed. I went back to buying those packet juice that I condemned. A perfect mom does not exist. Just don't kill yourself. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to just breathe sometimes. A perfect mom does not exist, but a present mom matters so much more. Now, this part is something my Instagram followers has been wanting me to talk about. If you're not following me on Instagram, this is my handle. Go over there because my personality on Instagram is kind of giving another, you will love it. So yeah, go back to Instagram. But here is one thing that they want me to talk about. Very easy. Look at how I'm snapping my finger. Very easy to lose yourself as a mom. You have a teen life. You can easily lose yourself if you are not guarded properly. Before I became a mom, I knew exactly who I was, what I wanted, but all of a sudden everything changed. Everything became about the baby. The baby this, the baby is gonna sleep now, the baby needs to eat, the baby. Even a lot of times people come to the house or when I'm out and they ask, or when I'm talking on the phone, my friends and family, they ask, how is the baby? Nobody remembers to ask me, Cynthia, how are you? How are you doing? And that is something that ever since I realized that is one conscious effort I like to put in for my mom friends. Whenever I'm asking about the baby, I also make sure to ask them, how are you doing? Because everyone keeps asking about the baby. What about me? What about me? And once people start asking about how's the baby doing, oh, your baby is fine, oh, your baby this, your baby that, can slowly make you stop checking in on yourself and diverting all attention into making that baby healthy, look neat, dressing, everything, and you just forget about yourself. That's why you see some women, they'll just be tying wrapper, but if you see their kids, like their skin, everything, top notch. But if you look at them, they can't even remember the last time they had their bath or changed their hair or something. When I had my first, that happened to me a few months when I gave birth, because my baby is this kind of baby that they don't sleep in the night. They'll be crying. So it happened to me at that time, and I was like slowly losing myself, but I knew who I was, even if I cannot really remember. But I just stood up one day and I asked myself, Cynthia, what do you actually want? Yeah, you have a baby, but what do you actually want for yourself? What makes you happy? What do I enjoy doing outside of motherhood? What are my dreams outside of motherhood? It took me time to actually realize that I can actually love being a mom without losing myself. Why do I have to lose myself in order to become a mom? Or why do I have to become a mom and lose myself when the both of them can somehow cohabitate? Something that God has blessed us with, especially as women, is multitasking. Anytime I feel weak, tired, and my faith is just down, I always say this to myself. I remind myself there's a Lord Jesus Christ in heaven has blessed us with the ability to multitask. So yeah, we can do it. We can really do it. Just that we're not really paying attention, but we can do it. As a woman, you can do whatever you want to do if you set your mind to it. Sometimes you can be like, I have no time to make my hair, I have no time to this. You can create time if you really want to. One of the biggest lessons motherhood has taught me is grace. You see that word grace? I don't joke with it. I will never joke with it. Grace for the messy house. Your house is not always going to be clean. When I was a single lady, I was like, why? Because you're a mother, your house will not be nasty. It's not like that. One day I finished mopping the floor. The floor was sparkling, and my son just went there, opened his juice and was pouring it and was laughing. I'm like, oh my god, like, you just have to give yourself grace for the messy house, grace for the unfinished to-do list, because it's not everything in your to-do list you're going to tick. You know how you used to tick it when you were single? Okay, this one done, hair done, grocery shopping done, room washing done. It's not like that. So you have to give yourself grace for the unfinished to-do list, and tomorrow is another day to continue from where you've stopped. Also, grace for the days I lost my patience. Oh my goodness, you see this one? I needed to add it there because sometimes these kids will be making you go crazy, and sometimes you just lose it. You just shout like, stop it, do this, or you just scream on top of your lungs because you're exhausted, you're infuriated. You just have to give yourself grace. Yeah, grace for the days that you've lost your patience. Also grace for my body that is still healing. This body made life. I mean, it produced a full-blown human being. So I'm gonna give myself grace. Grace for the woman I'm still becoming, because this is a new stage, a new level. So grace for that woman that I want to become while raising tiny human beings. I need grace for that, and I'm gonna give myself that grace, because you see, healing, it's not just physical, it's also emotional, and neither of the two happens overnight. You can't just go and sleep, wake up, and you'll be like, oh, I'm healed, or oh, I'm no longer emotionally distorted, or any of that. No, it takes time. It doesn't happen in the night. If you're watching this video right now and you're hearing me talk to you right now in this video, maybe you're in that season when you don't quite recognize your new self. As a girl's girl, I want you to understand something. I really want you to know this. Your body has changed, fine and good. Your emotions too has changed. Your entire life has also changed, and that's okay. You're not failing. This is a proof that you're not stagnant. Think about it. This is a proof that you're not stagnant, you're growing, and you're growing into a new version of yourself. I would love to hear from you. What emotional or body change surprised you the most after childbirth? Let's have a honest conversation in the comments, because I know that another mom out here will be reading the comments and needs to know that she's not alone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to Live with C, and share this with another mom who needs a reminder that she's doing better than she thinks. Most importantly, if you want us to discuss anything surrounding motherhood, I mean anything, just let me know in the comments and we'll do that in the next video. I'll see you in the next one. For now, bye.